Hello there, and welcome to my discussion about the Gamble opening sequence. With the film Gamble, it certainly follows thriller conventions. How is this accomplished, you may ask? Well, there are three key ways in which Gamble does this. Firstly, through enigma. Secondly, through mise-en-scène. And thirdly, through characterization. A lot of thriller films use enigma to perplex the audience and intrigue them into knowing more. For example, Fight Club. You get a view of the character sitting on a chair, looking battered and bruised, with a gun to his mouth, and we have no idea where he is and what he is doing. So as a director, I realized that enigma has a key importance in a successful opening, especially a thriller film. And doing something strange by like putting a gun to someone's mouth rather than to his head can shock the reader, make them feel uncomfortable, and it's just completely strange, which adds on that enigma. So being inspired by Fight Club, I tried to interpret that style in a different way. For example, I had the character sitting on the chair with his smart suit on, panicking, tied up, and it's paradox to the dark setting. So as the audience will think, why such a smart guy tied up? What has he done? How did he get there? You follow my drift. And making the scene unidentifiable by using dark lighting, by using the red to portray the danger, just adds onto the tension, onto the mysterious, onto the atmosphere of the whole movie, which is meant to be strange and it's meant to be puzzling. And furthermore, just like how Fight Club had the character with his gun to his mouth, I put an important element in the character's mouth as well, which is the card. And while watching this, the audience will probably think, why is a card in his mouth? What is he doing? But that is just there to emphasize the importance of the card, which represents the gamble of the whole movie, and it's just there to foreshadow other stuff that's going to be featured in the movie. So overall, enigma has an importance in the film Gamble, and the film Gamble uses enigma, which is inspired through thriller films, to portray its message across. Now moving on to the mise-en-scène. Within the Gamble, the antagonist is dressed in black. Now the colour black portrays his mysterious aspects which he has as a character. And furthermore, we see the antagonist with our mask covering half of his face. Now this suggests that he's a bit weird, and also suggests that he's a bit of an social outcast with this mask on, suggesting that he's different and a bit off the edge compared to other people, as you might say. Now I just want to move on to the lighting. With the lighting, I wanted to portray danger, and I also wanted to foreshadow the bloodshed that's going to happen within the film. And also the red lighting also matches the credits that we use within the Gamble, so it all just adds on a more professional look, as I've noticed with other thriller films and other films in general, that they all have a colour theme to match. Just make everything look more professional. Now I just want to talk about the character sitting down on the chair, tied up. Now we see him dressed as very smart, black suit, black tie, white shirt, very typical businessman. And with this, I just wanted to represent the social class that he could be working in, that he is working in, which is the middle class, no, actually higher class, and also with his, and with this I also wanted to represent the type of job he is, and with the suit and the tie and the nice shoes, all represents that he might be, that he is in a high job, a respectable job, but as the audience we don't know what type of job that is yet. Furthermore, talking about the location, well, it's purposely lit dark because I wanted to make the setting unidentifiable, which again adds on to the enigma. The audience doesn't know where the person is, where this is all set, which intrigues them into hopefully watching the whole movie. And now, talking about the cards which we see pointed towards the camera held by antagonist, and if you look closely onto the cards, you'll see that there's a little girl dressed in pink in a nice position like this. Now this position suggests that she's, you know, vulnerable, that she's such a little sweet girl, the little girl that everyone will say, "Oh, is that your baby? Yeah, it's so cute." Them type of babies. And she just looks so innocent and so vulnerable. And if you look closely to the cards, it says the gamble on the top. Now, this hopefully confuses the reader and makes them want to know, why does it say the gamble on top of that card? You know, it suggests that she has a part to do within the film, and she's part of the gamble. Who knows? Just gotta watch the film. And also, we look onto the sides. The way that I designed it, has skulls around the sides, black skulls. Now, with skulls, we know that it's connotated to death, and it's connotated to negative things. So I put those purposely because within the film, something happens to the little girl, which might be death, or it might be just she gets harmed somehow. So I wanted to lead the audience onto thinking that way as well. And now, as I said before, our thriller does not establish the setting properly. We keep it more, you know, airy and, you know, more than a mystery, unidentifiable, you know. And this all adds on to the enigma. As I emphasized before, that enigma is very important within the film of Gamble, within the opening sequence of Gamble. It's one of our main aspects that we use. But with the narrative, we use the voiceover at the start, and with this voiceover, it just helps. It helps set a couple of themes, and the dialogue also sets a couple of themes and gives the sequence a bit more juice and a bit more for the audience to think about. But however, we didn't overuse this, because with the Gamble opening sequence of the Gamble, we just wanted to keep it a bit more simple. So we didn't give them too much dialogue, but I think we gave them much dialogue to highlight the key main aspects, the key main themes within the Gamble, which is money, power, and, you know, other things in life, and trying to balance that, and, you know, the pursuit of happiness. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth all these material goods? So hopefully through the dialogue and through the voiceover, the audience slightly get where this opening sequence is heading on to.